that.
Hello everyone.
And when I talk to you,
I'm the
you
Peg
say,
Leg.
well, I can explain to you.
Hello everyone. I'm the Peg Leg. Hope you're all doing well. And just want to give some shout outs to some people. Obviously, one of them being Red Flag Media. Respect. Love your work. And D Marbles. Love your work also. Jamie Brown. Love your work. Nice one. And Zane. Good music, mate. Very interesting stuff. And also mindfulness. Now, if you don't know any of these guys, just type their names in and go and have a look. And you'll find some interesting stuff. So a big shout out to you guys. Hope you're all doing well and blessings. And also to my subscribers. Hope you're all doing well and you're all blessed this day and every other day. And also to the Shills, carry on doing a great job. It's perfect. Anyway, this heated discussion between Red Flag and this particular gentleman here, I can't remember his name, you'll find out in what's going on here. I'm going to play bits and pieces and tell you what I think. This video shouldn't be too long that I'm making, because this video goes on for quite a long time, as you can see. Okay, let's start. Remember, we've used our own minds to look at this stuff, the flat earth and stuff like that. This guy's indoctrinated so bad, and he just proved to himself, basically, from what I understand, that the earth is flat with a dome over it. And then you got Red Flag telling him, look, this is this and it's provable, you know, basically. And you're not even answering the questions. You're just going around in circles. So have a quick listen of this bit.
Why it's daytime in America and nighttime in Japan. You're talking to a person who understands that time is circular and angular.
Bro, like, I'm sorry, but this is where I would have to interject. If you wanted to talk flat Earth versus globe Earth, and you wanted to make it like bruh, like it's the globe is not gonna stand. Like, I'm sorry, it's 100% not gonna stand to any sort of real scrutiny. It's gonna get dropped like straight. Nah, it can't stand up to real scrutiny. And like, we could have an actual dialogue on it at some point. But it's like, I don't believe in the flat earth society. That's obviously a Jesuit. It's like everything. You got gatekeepers in every walk of truth. But if we're talking about, you don't necessarily have to subscribe to the flat earth model. That's just a model that I take personally. But the heliocentric model that you subscribe to is just, it doesn't stand up. It doesn't stand up to the facts, man.
What orb governs the day?
The sun.
And what's it called, the greater or the lesser?
The greater.
Okay, so now we kill flat Earth. Are there hills and mountains?
Kill the flat Earth. How? Oh well, let's carry on.
And valleys and creeks and such and so forth and so on? In the
Indeed,
Earth?
there are, yeah.
So then that kills flat. That's done.
Okay, come on. Look. We're not using technicalities. Obviously, there are terrain differences, but if we're talking about the plane of the Earth is stationary, and it is a plane, a planet. It is a plane. Yes, the station doesn't move.
It doesn't move.
Nope.
Do you realize that all things move on the Earth?
Yeah,
they vibrate.
All things do move on.
Except for the Earth.
Yeah.
So how can you say that everything's stationary? Even you yourself are vibrating at a rate.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about the Earth is still in its place. It's not spinning at thousands of miles per hour and then spinning around the sun and then spinning. This is nonsense. There's no vacuum of space. That is total garbage. That is trash.
I think Red Flag has said here is true. It's all so, you know, you could all see this stuff. You know this stuff. You've learned this stuff. But this guy is so indoctrinated with the schooling that he's putting it out as real. But you and I know, who've done research, who've looked into this, and even gone from the Torah, we know that it's a stationary earth. It's flat. Yes, it has hills and mountains, of course. But this guy is trying to make Red Flag look silly by making himself, in respect, look silly. No disrespect to the guy. He probably is smart. I don't know him, so I can't say anything bad about him, but only about this point he's making. Anyway, let's carry on.
There's no vacuum of space?
No, there's
What
no
is
vacuum of space.
What is the firmament made of?
I couldn't tell you what the firmament was made of, man.
Water.
No, the firmament isn't made of water. It divides the waters.
Do you know what the firmament is, sir?
Go on, enlighten me.
No, when you look up in the sky and you see the blue sky, do you know what that's made of?
It's the blue itself would be the waters above the firmament.
But is it in a solid form or in like a gaseous vapor form?
What, you talking about, like clouds or the atmosphere?
The blue, when you look up in the sky and you see the blue clear sky, what is that?
Are you talking about the atmosphere?
If you want to call it that, okay. You are surrounded by water.
Yeah. Okay.
Even the earth itself is composed mostly of water. Your blood is composed of mostly water.
And I agree.
Yahweh brought all things through water.
And I agree.
When is water ever flat?
What do you mean, when is water always flat? Water is always flat in its base.
Water always finds its level. It's flat. It can, if you put it in a jar, it will come to the shape of the jar. But at the top of it, the water will be flat.
Basin. Try to find me water in its basin that curves. Find it.
Have you ever seen a raindrop?
Oh, come on, Judah. In its basin. I said in its basin, bro.
So like,
put water in a basin and make it curve. Yeah, make that curve.
I can't. It's shaped to. Right. It's shaped to.
Yeah. So curve it, Judah. Curve it into a ball. Curve it into a ball, Judah. If you can do that, then you've got a point. Otherwise,
it's
you
round.
don't.
It's round. I'm talking. Does everyone see?
Now, it's round because it's in a jar. But look at the top here. It's flat.
See here that it's round. It's shaped according to
its base. It's flat.
So the glass is the firmament.
It's flat. It's flat to its basin. It will never curve on the surface ever. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Water is flat, is level on its basin. Always finds its level.
Are raindrops flat?
Is a raindrop in its basin? No, it's not. It's falling.
It's free, like the earth. The earth is not contained in some physical, like it's mostly water with physical added in.
It's an enclosed system. Listen. When Joshua made the sun and the moon stop, how does that work on a heliocentric model?
It doesn't. But this guy, in some respects, he's dancing around the question that Red Flag is asking him, and that kind of annoys me because he's not answering Red Flag's questions. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in some roundabout way he is, or I'm just seeing something totally different. Now this guy isn't having a discussion with Red Flag. He's going on like he knows what exactly is going on about everything. But if he did, he would know that the Earth is not a globe spinning and at a tilt of 666. Do you know what I mean? He's talking about, the Masons and this, that, the other, and they're controlling the flat Earth and saying the flat Earth is a psyop. And to me, you can't just use, flat Earth's size, whatever they're called. But he seems to bring them up a lot. Society, the Flat Earth Society, sorry. He keeps using these people. They are a psyop. We know that. But us as believers of the Flat Earth, and we've done research and we've looked into it, we know that it's flat. Look, this debate goes back hundreds of years, but thousands of years ago, everyone knew the Earth was flat. But all of a sudden, a Freemason comes along and says, oh, it's actually a globe. This guy needs to look into do his research basically and look into it and come to a conclusion. Look, the flat earthers have got something here. But this guy proves to himself that the earth is flat from the Torah. And that's the gist I got. So Red Flag didn't even need to argue the case or discuss the case, because this guy done the work for him. But, big up to Red Flag because he held his own. Do you know what I mean? He didn't just flounder and go, oh, alright, you're right. Red Flag knows what he's talking about. And then this guy down here in the corner keeps bringing up OTT. I don't know who OTT is. I haven't looked at his work or nothing, but just because he's gone onto a site and he's had conversations or whatever doesn't make him wrong in the fact that the Earth is flat. It could just be me. I could be wrong. Do you know what I mean? But this is what I'm getting from this video. Anyway, let's carry on a bit more.
The Most High could have made the Earth stop.
Yeah, it made the Earth stop. So what happened to the rest of the solar system?
They're still spinning.
How?
The whole universe is in movement. You do know that, right?
Listen, if the sun and the moon stop for 3 days, how are the planets still moving?
Yahweh can do everything.
Listen, the heliocentric model does not stand up to scrutiny.
Okay, let's go back to Genesis chapter 1. What is the great body of the heavens?
The great body of the heavens.
Sun. It's the sun, right?
Okay.
So how do you... Okay, now wait a minute. Is the Earth... Okay, wait. The moon is... What's closer to the Earth, the sun or the moon?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
No, I wouldn't be able to. Well, like, if we're talking about the heliocentric model, then apparently the moon is 213,000 miles away, which is bullshit, but is what it is. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. But yeah.
That's not swearing, but... Do you know what the actual Hebrew year is? The actual Hebrew calendar is?
No, I don't. It's in the Book of Enoch, but I don't know it, like, what the year would be now. No, I don't.
It's 364 solar days and 354 lunar days.
Right.
Okay, so we're going back to the sun and moon again. There's a 10-day difference. So it would be like every 2 years you would have to like add on an extra lunar month to even it out those 10 days. Bruh, listen to me. You're dealing with curvature, like
there is no
science
curvature.
and mathematics.
No.
Bruh, listen. You're gonna be like talking, and you're gonna be like, where's the proof? In the book of Isaiah, it says the compass of the earth. The word is kawag. And you know this word is also used for when it says, you shall appear before me 3 times a year. And the word is kag, which means a revolution or a cycle, which is a circle. We all know 360 degrees, the Most High has 4 points. He shows this on the Mazabak, the 4 winds of heaven. So you have your 4 seasons, you have height, length, and width. There's no way the earth is flat. No way. Yah already tells you when he describes all the temple instruments, he always says it was such and such height, such and such length, and such width.
Mm-hmm.
So flat is just one dimension. But we don't live in a one-dimensional world.
Yeah, but you're not taking into, when we say flat, we don't mean it's a completely flat terrain all the way. That's not, you're taking terrain into consideration, sure, but if we're saying that the land masses and the bodies and the oceans wrap itself around a ball and this ball is spinning, it doesn't make any sense. How you cannot fight for that. It's basically sun worship.
Dude, that's not sun worship, brother. They told you that the sun was used as a greater light. Bro,
yeah, it's a greater light for the earth. It's a greater light for the earth, not the earth is spinning around the sun and the sun is at the center of all things. That's nowhere in this book does it say that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If I have a ball,
Mm-hmm.
a ball, and I have a flashlight, see this light right here?
Yeah.
I have a ball. Let me see my hand. See that the light is flashing on my hand.
Yeah.
Why is it dark underneath if it's flat?
Well,
and now he gets to a flat disc, and he's talking about light going underneath the flat disc. Well, we know that the sun and the moon are on top of the flat disc within a dome. So how can you get light underneath? And then he starts talking about Australia being underneath and stuff like that. But it's not, because it's on the flat plane, on the top.
But I can explain that to you because it says that because it says that the sun and the lights are within the firmament. We know that atmosphere works as a lens. The atmosphere has a lens property. So when the sun is within the firmament, I actually have a video on this where it shines on one side. It has like almost a caucus light effect. You've seen the light effect that happens in mugs. If you point an angle a light towards a mug, it will have a caucus type light effect. That's what is happening. The lens, putting the light through the lens is changing the way the light appears, so it can cover only half of a flat plane. You can use this an experiment by using any kind of a glass dome or anything that has a lens property and putting it down on a surface and shining a light through it, and you will see exactly what I mean. And then revolve that light around it, and it will only light up a half a portion. And then if you move it closer or further away, then you can simulate the like the spring and the seasons, where the light appears and moves further away, shortens the days or lengthens the days. It's easily explainable using the lens effect of the atmosphere.
Right, which means you are using a glass. Now, there's no glass here.
No.
Light above. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother.
Okay.
There's a light above. This is for you in OTT. This is called simple mathematics. There's a light above shining. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. There's a light above shining. See this here? Let's say this is the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
The light is shining above, on top of this, and on the sides of it, the light is not shining so much. But underneath it, it is not. The only way that the underneath it would get some light is if it is in a constant state of motion. Now let's show the people. Hold on, brother. What time is it where you are?
It is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Yeah. So I don't see what you're
Earth-
7:03.
At this point, this argument he's making is just flat out wrong. Anyway, so basically, you know, he's trying to argue a point where it's a flat disc or plane, whatever you want to call it, and then you live underneath it as well as on top, as in the sense of a globe. Well, there is nothing underneath. No land mass on nothing. It's all on top with a dome above it. We know this, but he's still trying to argue this point, and he's just looking silly by doing it. In the retrospect, he thinks that he's intelligent enough to make all the flat earthers in a sense look silly. Anyway, let's go somewhere else. Let's see what happens here.
Cool.
Sir,
You're telling me,
what
Judah,
does-
you're telling me you cannot get a circumference of a circle. That is your argument. That's what
does
you're
circle
saying.
mean, sir?
Wait, no,
circle-
I asked you a direct question. Can
I'm
you get
answering
a
you.
circumference
I'm
of a circle?
answering you. The word
Okay.
kawag or kog. Does anyone have a stones? Lamont, you
I have
have
a
stones.
stone.
I do. I got a stones now.
I have a
Look
stone.
up
I
the
got
word
stones.
cog. The CHAG. Cog.
Oh, get that, Lamont.
But this is not an answer to can you get a
It's an
circumference of a
answer.
circle?
We're getting it out of the Torah, or out of the
Hold on,
Torah and prophets itself.
Okay. Are you gonna get my Stone's dictionary? Sorry, my
Yeah.
Strong's. I
Yes.
said Stones. Oh, hold on. Okay, which number am I looking up?
Let's see which we're gonna go for. There's two. There's one that's 2287.
2287. One moment. Two.
I don't know. Isaiah 40:22 says circumference.
Yeah, can you get a circumference of a circle? Just answer that question, yes or no. Can you get the circumference of a circle, Judah?
A circumference is a circle, sir.
So then
Yeah.
what is your argument?
You said there.
He has no argument. Without doubt, he has no argument.
Earth is flat.
And it is
Yeah.
circular. And I said it is circular. This
Well,
I'm not
red flag.
So
Red
it's
flag.
like
Can I ask you a question? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, are you saying that the Earth is more like a quarter?
How do you mean?
Okay,
Oh yeah, in
like a
terms
25%.
of yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that you can get a circumference from a quarter, but the only my question to challenge you is, okay, what is beneath that quarter? Like, since we're in a 3-dimensional environment, what is underneath this flat Earth?
Well, so we can only dig 8 miles down, so I couldn't tell
I've
you.
heard.
what's
Yes,
beneath
I've heard that fact. Yeah, the Russians only dug eight miles down. But what is beneath? What is beneath those?
Well, in some of the old models, like drawn out, the firmament surrounds a flat, like we call the Sheol or what is called the grave is underneath the earth, but we don't know how that goes under. But we know that the firmament encloses both the bottom and the top. So when we have the firmament over the top, it's also doing the same thing around the bottom, but we just can't, we can't get to there. We can only go so far.
Okay, I understand. What is that Strong's number again, so I can read it? I didn't want to digress. Hello, Judah. Sorry.
2287.
2287. One moment.
Yes.
2287 is Kanag, right? Kanag. It means to move in a circle. Example, to march in a sacred procession, to observe a festival, celebrate, dance, to be giddy, feast, holiday, reel, to and fro. Okay.
Okay. Can you go to 2328?
2328. 2328 is it Kawag? It's to describe a circle, compass.
What's 2329?
2329 is Kawag as well, a circle, circuit, compass.
Okay. Does anyone know what the firmament is?
The firmament is a dome. It's also a glass encasing.
That'd be.
So at this point, he's just proved the Earth is flat with a dome. But he thinks that he's proved a globe Earth. So I'm going to leave the video here. If you want to look at this video, please switch over and go and have a look at Red Flag Media's video. You can go through the whole lot and have a look. But be warned, it gets heated. I got to a point where I was thinking, should I turn this off? But then I thought, no, let me carry on. And I did. But all the way through it, this guy just kept proving the flat earth. And making himself look silly, basically. You know, no disrespect to the guy. I think his name's Judah. I can see it there in the corner. Yeah. So, he proved that the earth is flat with a dome. Because the Torah says so. And we say so. And it does matter that the earth is not a globe and it is a flat plane. Because it shows, for one, that you've been lied to. And two, it brings you more closer to God. Which in turns makes you a better person. A better human being. So, we leave it there. And, and, you know, bless you all. And, please share if you like my video. If you do like my video, please subscribe. Please comment. Please, please, please leave a comment. I'll try and get back to you on your replies. And keep it real. God bless you all. And talk to you soon. Remember, keep it flat. I've been the Peg Leg. Laters. Peace.